Hello YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Warrior Craft here. I apologize for the I'm still working on my long-term sustainability bug-out system because there's a lot to cover, but I was watching some of them, and I saw that my personal survival tin isn't, well, I was really far away when I was showing everything that's in there. So I'm gonna review this really fast because I see a lot of people have these, and I carried this one in my EDC, which is always on me. And yeah, so usually it has a lot more electric tape on it, and my kit consists of two tins. These two. And this one I just glue with electric tape onto the back of this one, and I'm gonna start with the small one real fast because it's smaller. And as you know, I have in my EDC I have another two kits. I have one fire kit, one fire tin, and I have a fire starting tin, and I have a whole little pharmacy tin. So this first aid kit goes with the pharmacy tin to give you 2 blood stoppers. Here's the other pharmacy tin, looks like that. It's the exact same thing. In here, I also reviewed this. This also rides in my EDC, but this is the one I use every day. I have painkillers, all kinds of stuff in here. I'm constantly going through this one and refilling it. This one I never use. This one I keep for an emergency. And it rides on my personal survival kit all the time. So, one maxi pad, maximum absorption, great blood stopper, gives you the ability to stop some serious bleeding. You can carry a band-aid in there, it won't do anything. A bandage or a gauze, it's too thick to really put in a small tin like this. This is a cigarette tin. So actually these maxi pads are perfect size, and they are sterile. Alcohol tissue, 3 of them, gives you the ability to disinfect a wound, clean your hands, whatever. 2 large band-aids. No, you can't see. There you go. 2 large band-aids. 2 a bit smaller. So it's 4 band-aids to help give someone's boo-boo. And some painkillers. And 2 muscle relaxants. Mostly they're a special muscle relaxant that's in there mostly for my girlfriend if she gets a migraine. Because I don't, like I said, my EDC, personally, the stuff that you see, all the stuff I carry, a lot of it is for me, but even more is for other people. I could make it with a lot less stuff than what I carry. I carry all the stuff I carry because, like I mentioned before, I like to live comfortably, even if my life were in danger and I was bugging out and running out, and I had to go live to survive. Well, that is the difference between surviving and living, isn't it? Surviving, you're just making it through. Surviving means, you know, just get out alive. You know, finish alive. While living involves having a comfortable life, and I like to carry my stuff so I can have a comfortable life, so I don't have to just survive, but I can live. And that is why I carry a lot of my other stuff, not just for me, but for loved ones, friends, and other people that I know will need it. So, apologies for the cigarette smoke. I will now cover what's inside my personal survival kit. Alright. I'm going to start like this. Up here, up top, I have 2 large needles. One curved, one straight. They're pack needles. They're really thick, really strong. They'll go through anything. They're there so I can fix my backpack, so I can suture someone up if I have to. I don't know. But it's always good that you can pull out thorns, sticks, other foreign bodies, whatever's lodged in your body. You don't want there. You have a needle to pull it out. If you need to fix anything, you have a needle. Then there's my small blade. I can put this on this handle on it. I can use it as a spear tip. There's hundreds of. It's really small, as you can see. It's about the size of my finger, but it's a blade nonetheless, and it's pretty decent steel. Here there are 3 pencils that are broken, sharpened, and it's everything that's in the top here. Yeah, so I'm gonna move to the. Let me just get it nice and on camera. I'm gonna move to the inside, and first of all, right on top, zip ties that are tied together with a bunch of electric tape. So I actually have a bunch of zip ties I can build my shelter with, that I can use to restrain somebody, or for any other reason I might need it. People talk a lot about restraining, and if you don't know, in emergency situation, chaos situation, panic situations, you might have to restrain a lot of people who you think are dangerous for a group, people who might think they're dangerous for themselves, people who are initiating hysteria. And you never know, you might even have to tie your mother down. You never know what's gonna happen, so zip ties are a good option to have. It gives you the capability to be able to tie someone down if you need to, secure somebody, instead of using a more permanent solution if you know, putting someone down. Just as an example, if you're leaving a place and a really shady character comes to you, tries to rob you, overpower him, now you have a choice. If you leave him alive, he might come after you with more of his friends, know where you're going. You don't want to take a man's life. You don't want to murder a man because he tried to steal your stale MREs, but you don't want him coming with your buddies to murder you for those stale MREs either, now do you? One option is to kill the man, and that is always something you should avoid. I'm not going to talk about taking life, that's not what I'm here to talk about, but if you can, you should avoid killing people. And 2 zip ties, 3 zip ties, you tie them down. There's like 10 in here, and you can move on. So having the ability to restrain people is something that's always good, and you don't want to waste your precious cord or clothing or other materials to tie them down, and this will do just fine. The army uses, and it has a million other purposes, its original purposes. Some elastic band. This is good for fixing clothing, fixing gear. It's also good for making camp. It's very, very, very stretchy, and it's pretty tough. Easily cut though, which makes it easy for takedown. It'll hold the knot pretty good, so you can build a shelter with this. This is instead of cord or paracord, because I don't have that where I live. Well, I do. I talked about it. It's really expensive. 4 mint hard rock candies inside a Ziploc baggie with more electric tape on it. Just if someone's blood sugar drop, or if your blood sugar drops and you're feeling really crappy, and a little sugar will pick you up. It's cheap energy. It'll crash and burn fast, but it'll get you through for a little while. Same thing, different flavor. I think it's lemon. Sewing thread. And I'm actually gonna get rid of this because it's way too bulky for my kit. I forgot that was in there. I have a different sewing kit that goes in here. Well, it's in here already, but my primary blade. It's a little broken, as in it wants to open by itself till there. It is a locking blade, so, well, it doesn't lock really that great anymore. It used to lock. But it is sorry, it is a nice little blade. It's got it's got a nice little blade to it. It's got a nice little serrated edge. It's compact because it folds. It doesn't go right all the way in there, so I have to actually rig this system. I believe the politically correct term in the US is ghetto rig it. I'm not American, so if I'm a little behind the lingo, please forgive me. Small button liquid filled compass on there, it's good to have, and the gas lighter that's here in the top. That has gas but doesn't want to light. Yeah, these gas lighters are not that, yeah. What happened actually, the little spark thrower thing, it got a little melted and it went to the side, so it's throwing the I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. You see how it's throwing the spark to the side here instead of throwing it straight across there. So it should go for right across, but instead it's throwing it to the side. That's because it melted when I was overusing the lighter. I can fix that, I'm just not gonna do it now. So knife, primary blade with the compass to find directions, and a little lighter that has gas in it, but the spark is being thrown the wrong way. I can fix that easily. Small black light, flashlight, and laser pointer. And I showed last time when I was doing my EDC what I do. I take a piece of paper, stick it in between the batteries, and these I don't know what batteries they are. They are lithium supposedly. They're really cheap to get where I live. So black light, regular flashlight, and laser pointer. There, I didn't even give you free eye surgery. So yeah, like I said before, I take this little piece of paper, stick it in between two of the batteries, and that way when I close this back up, let's see, there's no chance that my flashlight goes off by itself and my battery gets wasted, which is a good thing, because a battery is only as good as its batteries. I mean, a flashlight's only good as long as it has batteries, juice, power. So, and I should put more. I don't have batteries in here for this flashlight. I only have what's in the flashlight, and I know that's not enough, but I didn't get around to buying them yet. So that's why I don't use it. I just put it in there, it sits in there, no use. Make sure I have juice for when I need it. 4 flat top drivers, flathead, regular, and 4 Phillips drivers. And that's like my multi-driver tool. It's nice, it's compact, it fits in my kit. 1,000,000 time strike Zippo match. And I showed this one, I used it once before, but I'll demonstrate again. This is just your flint and steel. Well, you'll see, it just throws, I don't know if you can see it there, throws sparks, and you have, another advantage is here at the top you have this Zippo-like Vic all around the striker. So, and in here you just add a dropper to your Zippo fluid, and then you have a Zippo match that you, I didn't do it now because this one's a little, well, I guess I can light the match for you guys. So you just strike it, damn it, yeah, this is completely dry. I need to add Zippo fluid, it's not gonna light. If you really want to see it light, go look at the Bug Out Survival Belt video number 3, I believe. It's in there somewhere. I have 1,000,000 of these things, and they're really good because they're waterproof, which is a great advantage. And 2, you have always, even if it's completely dry like this one, all I need is some tinder, and it'll start a fire. And it comes in this protective plastic, which I'm taking off now, just to show you guys. So it's stainless steel. It's nothing special. Like I said, I ordered it online from China for 10 bucks for 10 of them. It's got all of that is your flint, and you can even use this to fix your Zippo lighter if you choose so. But it's a great fire starting tool, so I keep a bunch of them around, because with a little tinder I can throw really nice sparks on there and light any fire. And before I start using this, I'll be using this. Now a lot of people like the big lighters, but I'm gonna tell you people this, like I said before, Bic is garbage. Bics come half filled even when they're brand new, because you can't see how much is in the Bic, so Bic feels like ripping you off. They don't really care, they steal straight out from you. This lighter, as you can see, is completely full. I can see where my gas is, how much I have it, I can control how much gas I let out. My flame can be as big or as small as I want it. So from massive blade flame to a smaller flame, I can adjust that myself. All I need to do is, like I showed in my other video, you take this nozzle off, this metal protector off, and you play with this nozzle to reduce the flame and smaller flame. So yeah, I keep one of these lighters. It's a little bit bigger than a Bic, sure, but it's so much better. And I see I've run out of time, so I'm gonna speed this up. Razor knife blade thing with more electric tape on top so it doesn't open on me. Sugar in a Ziploc baggie, lots of sugar. Again, blood sugar, someone gets dehydrated. Fishing hooks. No, I apologize. Needle and some sewing thread. Super glue in here without the nozzle. And this is a fishing kit, sewing kit, and some snare wires in there as well. There's a there's 2 chemical lights in there, floaters, some sinkers, several hooks. It's nice and compact. It has a little bit of everything in there, so this gives me my food procuring ability. I can always, go hunting and scavenging, but this way I have snare wire in there. I can set snares. This is fishing line there. I have hooks, I have sinkers, like I said. I have 4 electric lights in there because it's super packed. So this gives me the ability. The only thing I don't have in here is water, because shelter, I really wouldn't be looking at shelter. And this rides in my EDC, so it's a part of a system. This is not a system to itself, it's just a piece of it. This is the super glue nozzle, and carabiner for my flashlight, so I can hang it on my belt or wherever I want to carry it around, or hang it somewhere inside my tent or shelter or whatever I've made. It's just to carry my flashlight, nothing special. And a little block that is encased in plastic, so it would be waterproofish a little bit. And yeah, that's everything that's inside my small survival tin, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon, guys and gals.